What's going on, everybody? Chris here with Method Living Productions. I'm here to give you a real brief, real quick review of 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Just got out of this movie. Wow. This movie was rough, it was intense, it was, maybe you might have heard from other critics, it was kind of, a lot of them are describing as joyless. It wasn't joyless, there was definitely a lot of humor in the movie. They packed a whole lot of humor in the movie just to kind of bring some levity to a storyline that was otherwise very intense and depressing, for lack of a better word. I would say if you don't know the story, basically it is a mother who is calling out the town's local police station, the police, for not finding and catching the criminal who raped and murdered her daughter. Very intense subject matter. So the movie itself, obviously, you know from the get, is going to be a very intense movie. But it wasn't so much that the story itself was really deep. There wasn't a whole lot to it. It wasn't a very involved story. But what I think really drove this movie is the characters and how they were portrayed, the performances of the actors in the movie. Frances McDormand and Sam Rockwell, top of their game in this movie. Absolutely both deserve any awards, any nominations they receive. The development of their characters was pinnacle to the effectiveness of this film. I think if you just leave it at the story, if you leave it at just, plain characters who don't develop, there's nothing that happens, they don't go through the paces, they don't grow as characters, then the movie itself is not really worth watching, so to speak. But because of the development of those characters, because of how much that story is driven by them, absolutely worth seeing. I believe, as intense as the movie is and subject matter as rough as it might get in places and things that happen to certain characters, it is a movie that's worth your time. I absolutely would recommend seeing it. For those of you who have not seen it yet, I do believe it's reaching the end of its theatrical run. You might be able to catch it in a dollar theater soon. But for the rest of you who aren't necessarily wanting to rush to the theater to see it, there's no worry there. You don't have to go rush to see this movie. I do recommend seeing it, but at this point you might wait for Redbox. It is a great movie. I believe it is worth a watch, and I believe that despite the intensity of it, you will find yourself really thinking deeply about these characters and what they went through at the end of the movie. I believe the movie definitely challenges us in ways that, most movies you see nowadays don't necessarily do. Worth the watch. I definitely give it a recommendation. You should definitely check it out. And while you're here, go ahead and give our YouTube channel here a subscribe if you haven't done it already. Like this video, comment, leave a comment. I would love to talk to you guys. What did you think of 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri? I thought it was great. Did you think it was great? Let's chat. Go follow us on our Facebook page. Go do all the things, all the YouTube things, all the things that help us out. We would really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys in the next video, next review. We'll see. See you guys later.